Hey guys, Anarchy here with another video. Haven't made one in a long ass time. I got inspired, well not quite inspired, I got disappointed into making one today. I was watching my teammates and I was very, very depressed at some of the stuff that's going on. Still having mistakes 3 weeks into being a team. But anyways, enough of the negative shit. Let's talk about today's topic, which is general discipline, right? Discipline's super important in this game. If you're at all serious about winning competitive matches, be it CSGO, whatever, this is of assistance to you. Okay? If you're just a casual player, don't worry about it, man. It is just a video game, right? But if you want to get better, here's some basic tips about it. But these are fundamentals. These always apply, okay? First things first, communications. If you see, let's say I'm rushing mid, and it's 5v5, right at the beginning of the round. I'm rushing mid here on cash, and I spot highway just like this with my knife out, and I see one guy there. And then next, I just wait for a push, and it doesn't happen. But I hear a guy close, and he's, in close left over here in this area, right? What I call to my teammates is one highway. I think I hear one close left mid, right? Bam, look at that. I was precise about my information. I did not say 2 mid. I did not say 1 mid or I'm pressured, help me out. No. You concisely communicated exactly where your opponents are, okay? If you need help, you say where they are, then you say help me out. They're pressuring me, right? You be concise with your information. Second thing, grenades, right? Grenades. If you don't know how to throw grenades, don't expect them to be Kobe's all the time. But more importantly, grenades are very, very useful for pushing into sites, right? If you have grenades, let's say maybe your team is grouping up for A, it's 4v4, you got to pick B, something like that. Just a simple situation, okay? And your job is supporting here, right? Your goal for your team is throw the smoke at this, throw some flashes entering in for your team. Okay, just throw some entry flashes, some simple flashes, right? Your job is smoking that smoke. I actually fucked it up a little bit, whatever. You're flashing out twice. If you have a Molotov, maybe the strategy didn't say get a molly and molly quad, because that's so specific, right? You don't always have a Molotov. You don't always have the economy. If you have one, it's useful to throw it at quad, motherfucker. So throw that shit, dude. If you have extra nades, throw that shit. If you're committing into a site, throw that shit. Okay? Doesn't mean throw 3 smokes here. That's even worse. You don't want to waste nades, right? But if you have extra nades, doesn't matter if you're entry or you're the fucking op. You want to use them, right? If you're committing into a site, you need as much help as you can get, right? Anyways, on to my final thing, crosshair placement. Not talking about the mechanics of it or how to do it, but understand that if there are enemies that could be around the corner, your crosshair is in the right place, okay? Whether you're good or bad, doesn't matter. You try. Focus when you're playing and understand when there can be enemies around the corner. Let's say, for example, we sit and spawn. T-spawn for 30 seconds. Just for the shits of it, right? Now we're running out. There could be a CT anywhere. That doesn't mean necessarily that we're going to peek, all slow and shit like that. No. It just means that you need to understand that your gun should be out and that at all times you should be aiming your crosshair where enemies can come from. The moment that possibility is eliminated, you don't need to worry about the spot, right? But often you need to assume that there is an enemy around the corner unless you have other information. Let's say, for example, we take A on cash 3v3, okay? One player plants the bomb default, stays there. One player is at quad, backing him up, trading, and the final player was lurking mid. He was over here towards vent side, okay? Now as the lurk, there's a bunch of ways to play this, but I understand that my job is watch this shit right here, motherfucking highway. Okay? If I can, I would love to get close to Z, right? To be able to hear people rotating through CT. That's very, very useful for my team, right? But regardless of how I'm playing it, my one role, my one job is at least watching highway. If I say, guys, I got highway, and you're the guy over here, okay? And you get out and you watch this, you're fucking up, man. You're fucking up, okay? If you're over here towards quad, and I say, I got highway, and you're doing this, spotting cat all day, you're fucking up, man. You're making mistakes, okay? And the last thing, trading. This is just a general rule for Counter-Strike, right? This is not going to apply in all situations, but very, very often you want to have this in the back of your head. Whether you're on CT or T side, can your teammate trade you? If the answer is yes, maybe you should go for the frag, depending on the strat, maybe not, but in general, it's not so bad to go for a trade if your teammate can back you up. Okay? Can your teammate back you up? And then the answer is no. It's a very big risk to be taking the frag you're trying. Okay? Now, this doesn't apply in like a 5v1, for example. If you have 5 players up, yes, it's okay to take the 1v1, right? Maybe you need the guns or whatever, and in that case you shouldn't. But generally, when you have that much of an advantage, it's okay to take a 1v1 and just end it, right? That's fine, okay? Just as a general rule. Don't quote me on it every fucking time, right? Just as a general rule. Here's an example I just experienced in pistol round with my team. We were on pistol round CT. We had 2-1-2 going, just a real standard CT setup. Teammate forklift is watching it. Flash comes out. He ducks it real smart, right? Real good. They come out towards forklift. Bam, bam, bam. 2 headshots. 2 guys down, right? Other teammate is at MBK, and he's watching. He's watching like this. He's watching, and this is fine because his teammate forklift can back him up if they go left side. But it's very risky, right? If they come A main, he cannot be traded, right? Now, normally you'd say he could. In like a 2v2 or something like that, yeah, you can get traded. If you go down, he can peek around the corner and kill that guy. Now, unfortunately, there's a big-ass motherfucking wall right here. And we don't know whether there's 5, 1, 3, 4, or 19 motherfuckers behind there, okay? So we assume, based on our footsteps, that there's that many players. If we hear 2, and you're peeking that shit at MBK and you're being real active, you best know you're taking a big risk, man. You best know it, alright? You're endangering your team. Sometimes that's okay. There's a lot of teams that will just win aim fights. If you're confident in it, go for it. But understand that it is a risk. Okay? Talk for long enough. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. And have a good one.